Welcome back to the Trading Show. I'm David. I'm joined with Brennan, and today we're in a Bitcoin short. Let's take a peek here on Bitunix. Highly recommend those of you that want to get into futures trading, you create a Bitunix account. They're giving a bunch of money away. And so got in at, you can see we're currently in the red. Got in at 88,199, and we saw a little bit of a spike up to 88,380. Didn't take out this high here, though, which was very important, right? This would have been invalidation. This high was sitting at 88,463, put in a high at around 88,392. And so I have moved my stop loss just above that wick, because if we do take out that high, especially on a close, and that would be invalidation. But we are looking... my TP here on this trade is 87,578. This would give me a profit around $1,028. This is a, what is it, 18x? 18x Bitcoin short. So we're short around 1.66 BTC. We're seeing a green candle print here on the 5 minutes. So we may very well get stopped out on this trade. If we do, we'll cut our losses and we'll move on to the next one. We did get a red X here on the 30-minute from Market Cipher A. I think the momentum is definitely bearish in my opinion. You're seeing a lot of wicks to the downside, a lot of wicks to the upside. I do think when the break comes, and I think it'll come over the next hour or two, that we do get a flush to the downside, and we do have some support sitting here at our VWAP lower band, which is where I have my take profit. You can see what price did here. It consolidated, rallied on the way back down, retested this lower band, and then had that expansion to the upside from 87 even. It rallied around 2%, and that was a terrible use of the measuring tool. Let's try that one more time. Low to high, 2.62% move, which is a really nice intraday move if you're scalping BTC. So for me, if you're looking to copy this trade, I would be patient and see if we do get one more tap into the top end of this Market Cipher band here, which is sitting at 88,374. If we do, I think that would be a great entry to get in on a Bitcoin short. Just have a tight stop loss above. I would have if you do get that entry there, I'd have my stop loss above 88,463, preferably around 88,490, or even 88,500 if you want to give yourself a little more wiggle room. Now, again, this trade could take maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours to play out, but I do think we'll get a washout to the downside. So my very, very near-term bias on price action for Bitcoin at least is short. What do you got cooking over there?
I agree with you. I'm just looking at Bitcoin right now. I'm actually looking for a short. I'm trying to get it.
I was on the 30-minute. What time frame are you on?
1 minute, of course. But
I'm calling you the Minute Man.
The Minute Man?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
No, it's not a good one.
I like it.
You shouldn't like it.
Minute Maid.
Minute Man. You know what that stands for?
No. Oh, yeah. You know what? Never mind.
Thank you.
I don't want to be the Minute Man.
I got you.
I was trolling. Yeah.
I used to be the 2-minute man because I used to cook 2-minute food. Okay, just what do you...
I think you're lying.
Let's go on.
But yeah, so this is just, I was talking about this trade on the show a little bit earlier. I didn't really get into depth with it a whole lot, but I made some money on this Bitcoin trade right here, this Bitcoin short. And then I also called out a Bitcoin short for you guys yesterday that hit, and David said that on the show that he made some money on that trade.
Yep.
But yeah, this was a super nice trade. I actually thought I was going to have to take the limit order out because when I see my change of character and my fair value gap, if the price action runs away and taps and hits my TP before it comes back up and taps me in, I take my limit order away. But it ended up reversing, tapping me in perfectly, and then pushing right back down. And I made a good amount of money on this trade right here. This was, I don't know, it was just like a perfect setup. So I'm looking to short. I don't want to long anything right now. I mean, I just tried to short a Solana trade and it did not work because this market just really is doing whatever lately. But right now I am very bearish right now. My original bias for the day is bearish. So when I get any Bitcoin, if I see this Bitcoin trend line get broken through, I'll definitely make it known so that we can make sure that we get in this trade together, everybody, so that you guys can copy me, like I said yesterday, and make some money.
Beautiful. Bitcoin's kind of hovering around that 88,250. Again, thesis hasn't changed on where I think price is going to break. We're seeing volume decline on the 30-minute. Do expect that to ramp up. Although the last two spikes in volume have been on the buyer's side, the bull side. And so, guys, we may very well get stopped out, right? Trading is all about probabilities. So probabilities for me, when I read the chart, says that we're going to get a break to the downside. Let's check the 15-minute. 15-minute, we're getting rejected at the VWAP band here, which is about to twist from bull to bear. So keep that in mind. Going a little lower on the time frames. 10-minute potential inverse head and shoulders pattern. But I feel fairly confident if this does break that it'll get stopped out right where it got. It's kind of hovering about it at its large volume node here, which is around 279. We kind of got some chop here, fell through, got rejected, fell, and then broke above, and then came right back and closed below. So as long as we stay below, I feel fairly confident. And we'll just kind of keep our eye out on this Bitcoin trade. If it does go against us, maybe we'll try to move our stop loss down to cut our losses less than what they would be if we keep our stop loss where it is now. But I'm still looking at TP at 88,580, which again would be $1,000 plus in the money gained column, which would cover a majority of the Christmas money I spent for these damn kids.
Labubu's and
Kids are expensive, very expensive.
Super cool microphone toys that are really loud.
I told my wife, I was like, what are you doing? I got like a karaoke toy. Anyways, take a look at the crypto bubbles. 2Z. This is a Solana play created by Austin Federa, former, I think, president of Solana Council or something like that. And then we have XTZ Tezos. That is up 4.9%. And Canton Network up 3.1%. Let me, I think I'm going to move my stop loss up just a little bit to 88,479. So we're seeing a little bit of a rally from Bitcoin. I don't want to get stopped out. I do have it above this wick here from 235. Wait, what? December 31st. Oh, this is UTC. Let's do Los Angeles. So this is from 10:35 a.m. this morning. This wick high we had. I just have my stop loss right above that. If we get stopped out, it'll be a loss of around 460. We'll take that L if we have to and move on to the next trade. But again, still feel fairly confident.
This is on the 30-minute?
This is on
the 5-minute.
This is the 5-minute,
okay.
But my trade entry was on the 30-minute.
Oh, okay. I see.
But still looks good. Okay, I talked about Canton Network yesterday. Let's take a peek at the chart here.
Canton Network.
CC is the ticker. Canton Network. This is an RWA play for institutions. We kind of we open up a position here on the spot, right? Because I don't tell people I'm not a bullshitter, and so if I say I'm going to buy something, I buy it. And so this one we talked about a daily cup and handle pattern with a potential, right? A potential downside target. Right, taking its 50%. This was from yesterday, so we'll do that. 236 is holding up very well, but the level we're eyeing for, I call it a perfect entry, which some say there's no such thing as a perfect entry. Well, you might be right, but 10.225 cents would be, in my opinion, the perfect entry on a bounce for Canton Network. I don't think this thing is going anywhere. That would fill out its handle portion of this cup and handle, or maybe we get a very mild handle if this expansion continues. It did get to a high of the intraday here of around 15 cents. I like this for long term. As you can see here, Bitcoin is starting to dump, currently at 88,211. And we are almost at break even of our entry, which is 88,199. We'll see if this downside expansion continues or if we get a little bit of a reversal.
If this candle closes, I get my change of character right here.
Oh, no. On Bitcoin on the 1 minute?
Yep. If it closed, okay, and so if this holds, gets a fair value gap, we'll enter on the midpoint of the fair value gap.
That's a big gap down there, huh?
Yeah. So hopefully this stays and we get a fair value gap right here, which would be very nice, and we would be able to enter at around 88,215. Wait, hold on, 88,215.2.
Okay, so you got a limit order right now?
I don't, but if I will once this
starts to reverse.
When this fair value gap, if we close with this fair value gap, so like it could push up right like it is right now
and remove that gap
and remove the fair value gap. So we're waiting for the fair value gap validation. Once we get that, we should be able to put a limit order and then try and write it down. Right now it's dumping still.
Dump. We want to make some money. Dump.
Yeah. So
look at that. I want to see volume, right? The important thing here is going to be volume. Is volume increasing with this move down? Let's check the 5-minute here. Red X on the 5-minute for market cipher A increasing volume. We've taken over the last 3 5-minute sessions in terms of volume. Red X just closed. We just get a baby blood diamond on the 5-minute here as well. And so our trade is currently in the green by around 0.72%. And we close below our moving average, which is very important. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my stop loss down to just above the wick high here from just about 20 minutes ago as Bitcoin continues to push down. And so, guys, this is the whole point of the trading show, right? We want to take trades live. We want to show you how our bias is in the market. Feel free to follow along if you want to. I would highly recommend getting an account with Bitunix. High liquidity. They're a great exchange. Their interface is awesome. They've been around for a while. And also, we're going to be doing our copy trading on this platform. And it's a great way to support the channel. So that's where I do all my trading.
I have a limit order.
You do? Did you put in a limit order?
Put a limit order in at 88.214.7. My stop, I'm going to try and give it as much room as I can, is going to be right there at 88 289.1. And then my TP is going to be a 1 to 4 at 87.917.
Beautiful.
So
yeah, you have your TP a little higher than mine.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is down at 87.578. Now there's nothing to say that I won't come back to this chart if we see a dump and we start to see signs of a reversal, that I won't just move my TP up. I'm very nimble in my trades. I'm not stuck to one anchor, one price, one number. I am moving with the markets because the markets are moving fast, and so you want to pay attention. And so that's what I'll be doing as Bitcoin's seeing a little bit of a dump.
I have no problem moving my trailing stop loss with anything so that I don't lose a max amount. I would rather make whatever I'm going to make at the midpoint than lose it all from a nasty reversal 2 ticks away from TP.
Yeah. Like right now, I'm in the profit 1.6%, $135. If you wanted to, you can take the profit, $130. What does that cover? Covers gas for your vehicle for the next 2-3 weeks. Got to start thinking in terms of that, right? We got to rewire our brains to not get greedy, especially in a market like this. Now, shorting in the current market sentiment, I think, is a lot safer than longing and staying in positions a lot longer. But either way, bank your profits when you can. If you're happy with the number, bank the profit and move on to the next trade. You slowly do that over time, your money's going to grow, your savings will grow, and your position sizes will grow. And next thing you know, a $120 profit might be an $800 profit. Then you're talking about $10,000 profits, and then so on and so forth. And that is how you can practice safe trading, but also increase your value, increase your net worth, and increase your position sizes as well. And so, all right. Anything else to kind of keep your eye on? Can you take a peek at a did your trade get in, by the way?
Not yet. It's looking good though. I mean, we have a little bit of a blue candle to the upside, so hopefully it'll continue to go up. I'm sure it will. If it goes down and hits my TP actually I would say let's drop a horizontal at this 3/4 mark right here, 87.998. If it goes and pushes down below that without tapping me in, I'll take my limit order out. Because there's no reason for me to try and do that when it could easily go all the way down there and reverse and come right back up and then hit my limit order and then just smack stop loss.
Yeah.
So with that kind of stuff, you have to be a little bit more moderate with it, but we'll see what it does. Hopefully it comes and taps me in, and I think this would be a great trade, and it would move, just like it's supposed to. So.
Yeah, for me, when you look at structurally on the 5-minute here, I need Bitcoin to close below 88,170, which is currently is. It should take out this low. But again, I'm very cognizant of this potential inverse head and shoulders pattern, but I do believe this thing is going to get invalidated. So I am, to some extent, front-running the invalidation of a potential inverse head and shoulders pattern. And so if you're not comfortable doing that, you want to wait and see what it does. Look for 88,746 as a level if Bitcoin does reverse. If we get stopped out on our trade, we're going to look to 88,740, which is our VWAP upper band. You're seeing a little bit of a reversal here on BTC. Let's check market cipher. We're seeing a little bit of a red dot here, although this would not be a short trigger. This wouldn't be a trigger rate for a short on the 5-minute. Let's check the 10-minute. Red dot on the 10-minute here as well. As we see money flow start to expand to the downside. VWAP just crossed below our zero line, sitting at
I'm about to get tapped in. I'm one tick off. I'm literally one tick away.
You got.
I got tapped in. All right, there we go. All right,
we'll
so
see.
let's see.
Okay, and your stop loss is
88,290.
Okay, 88,290. We'll see what it does. We'll stay tuned. I'm still in my trade as well, although I flipped to underwater again, but that's okay. I do expect. Oh, did we get that close? We got to close right at that low, and so.
I think you'll be okay.
I don't know. Stop loss is at 88,405 for me. This might just be that inverse head and shoulders, man. It breaks out. We get invalidated. And again, we look for that upper band on the VWAP here.
But we're getting a push to the downside right now in the 1 minute.
88,750. Let's check I like trading the 2 minute too. 2 minute looks a little more bullish, I guess. We do have a big level here at 88,267. On the 2 minute time frame, tons of trading happen here as we're starting to see a push up. Bitcoin at 88,200 currently. That's the only trade I am personally in right now. And then Canton Network, I have my eye on this one. This chart looks good, man. This chart looks good for a spot hold or for a swing trade if you have the patience to wait for it to dip down to 1246. And this is a 11% daily move. Hey, this was a 10% move to the downside, 11% move to the upside. So if we do get tapped in again at that 236 level at 12,463, I would be interested in getting into a Canton long as we're starting to see Bitcoin back below 88,200. Again, we said it coming into the show, guys. This might take maybe 40 minutes, an hour. So if you're in the trade, we might not be live when we take profits, but that's okay. Just have your stop loss and your TP set. If you want to follow what I have, I got my stop loss at 88,405, TP at 87,583. I wouldn't be mad at you if you brought your TP up to 87.7 to 88.8, depending on your position size. It's
still $700 right there if you did do that. I'm liking what I'm seeing right now.
I'm going to keep mine down. And I might go back in, guys. I might go back in and take some profit. Maybe take 50% profit at that 87.8 level, right? Bank maybe $250 and then let the rest ride down to that 87,580 level.
Yeah.
Okay, so your Bitcoin trade is in. Is there anything else you kind of had your eye on before I kind of go through some of the rest of the markets and the price action?
XRP has a nice trade set up right here. If you guys wanted to get in, there's still time to get tapped in. It's actually making pretty good market structure, I think. You haven't gotten tapped in yet. You have your trend line. It's a pretty nice trend line, actually. And then change of character, fair value gap, beautiful. Midpoint of the fair value gap is 1.8769. So if I'm you guys and you guys want to get into an XRP trade, you're more comfortable trading XRP than you are Bitcoin. Right now, it actually looks like it's going to go get tapped in right now. And then this would be a short opportunity. So I would probably, so if it was me, boom, obviously I have a Bitcoin trade in. I'd give this a little more room to work. This is the top of the fair value gap. So, and then I would take this to about a 3. Just because I try to be more safe with anything that follows Bitcoin
which is literally everything.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah. Right. So when you trade this, Bitcoin can do something that makes this whole narrative different.
It invalidates the trade.
Yeah, it invalidates everything. So I try to make it like 3-to-1 as opposed to my 4-to-1, 5-to-1 that I would take on Bitcoin. Even Solana, I'm a little bit more. I'll take higher risk to reward. But this is what I would do. So my TP would be at 186.96, and then my stop loss would be at 1.8792, and then limit order obviously once again 187.68, 187.69, either one. And so if that gets tapped in, I'll let you guys know if you guys wanted to put that XRP trade in instead of the Bitcoin trade, whatever you guys want to do. But yeah.
Definitely more volatility with trade. But for me personally, you know, when I'm sitting at my desk at home, I got two monitors. I got my trading view, and then I have 2 tabs split. I have the Bitcoin chart and whatever altcoin I'm trading. And so I always reference back. If I'm about to get into an altcoin trade, whether it's long or short, I reference back to Bitcoin. What does Bitcoin structure look like? And we should be doing the same. Like, you guys watching should be doing the same thing, because whatever way Bitcoin moves, that's typically the way the alts move. So one strategy is just trade Bitcoin, right? Little less upside potential on your trades, whether you're going long or short. But if you are going to trade in altcoins, guys, get a Bitcoin chart up side by side with your altcoin chart. Look at what Bitcoin structure is before you enter the trade. If it looks good, enter the trade, whichever way you're going. If it doesn't, if at any point it looks like Bitcoin might invalidate your thesis on your altcoins, don't be hesitant to cancel your orders. I do it all the time. If I showed you all of my different orders canceled, orders filled, it's always in tune with what is happening at the current time of the market.
Yep.
All right. Let's take a look at the top 100 here. ETH sitting under $3,000, guys. If you're looking to buy and hodl, I think ETH under 3K. If your time horizon is long enough, is a great play. Nothing on the trade side. I want to take a look at BNB.
Trading.
Yeah, BNB. Let's look at a BNB chart here for the sake of, well, seeing if we can find a trade. Okay, Bitcoin seeing a little bit of a dump, 88,131. And so the next low we want to take out, guys, is 87,970. We want to see it close below 87,970. And I'm just going to keep going back and forth if we start seeing Bitcoin drop. And I'm also curious, how many of you watching are in this Bitcoin short that myself and Brandon are in? Put a 1 in the chat if you are. I'm just curious to see if people, and this would be a nice close if we can close below 88,116 and volume increases on the 2-minute time frame. This would be a bearish candle that has engulfed the previous 4 candles. As long as we see volume increase, which we are, 88,000 flat is where Bitcoin is currently now. Profit sitting at 0.174%.
My trade's looking really nice.
In the green, I am now going to move my stop loss down to above this wick high here from 11:45 a.m. about 15 minutes ago, which now brings our trade down to a 5-to-1. Okay? To a 5-to-1. Let me make sure I did that right. Right there. Minus 3%. Bam. 249, 88,349 is where my stop loss is. Would still take a little bit of an L, but not nearly as high as when we had our stop loss up there. And so, yeah, this one, I think this one, knock on wood, because
hopefully
Bitcoin can decide to just take a
seat, do whatever it wants.
Bed.
Yeah.
But we're betting that it doesn't.
Hey, my trade looks nice. Perfect market structure. Respect to the fair value gap. Pushing down, I'm sure. Just like yesterday, Mozart drawing on here.
Oh, Ludwig van Moses.
But
man.
yeah,
Okay.
So hopefully it'll make some market structure and then continue to push down. I like when it makes market structure. I mean, a great big daddy wick down to the floor is also really cool in short trades. But when it makes market structure, it makes it a lot more safe for me to be able to have easy spots to put my trailing stop. It makes me feel a little bit more cozy inside while I'm trading, so I don't feel like
inside. Very interesting choice of words.
I mean, what else
in that plethora of words you used there? Very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking. Okay, so you still have your. So you're still 4-to-1 on your trade. I am currently 5-to-1 on my trade. We're seeing a little bit of a rally in Bitcoin, 88,112. This is on the 2-minute time frame. Let's go to the 5 and the 30. No, I did trade to 30, and this kind of played out. Red X on a green candle, guys, usually means that we're going to see a big dump. And so far, from 88.3 down to 88 flat is what we've seen, and I do expect this to continue. Let's go ahead for the sake of targets, and we'll get back to the BNB chart here in a second. Let's go ahead and draw our Fibonacci from our move up here on the bounce from our VWAP lower band to the high here. We've broken below that 50% fib level, which is at 88,245. 87.9, guys, if you want a more, and I'll be honest with you, I'll probably take some profits off the table at 87.9. After drawing the fib and looking what price did, we did get some consolidation here on the 30-minute from Bitcoin before we'd had that massive expansion to the upside on increased volume. We did get a wick down here on the about an hour ago on the 11 a.m. session on the 30-minute time frame. So I would expect to see a little bit of a bounce here from Bitcoin at its gold pocket. Okay, your 6.5 to your 6.18 level. You can see again price action, what it did here, what it did on this wick, and so expecting to see a little bit of a bounce here, but ultimately we got confluence 786 level with our VWAP lower band at 57,592. So let's go ahead and bring that back. Make sure that's 57.
A little bit of a rejection here, but there's a fair value gap on the 1 minute that I think is
57,609. Sorry, what were you saying?
I said we're getting a little bit of rejection here, but there's a fair value gap on the 1 minute that I think it's going to respect. So it just tapped the midpoint of it, which is usually where it respects and pushes right down. But I mean, we're seeing a little bit of a, it's doing
BTC reversal.
It's doing exactly what it usually does. But yeah, we'll see. It's still a good trade in my opinion. I think it's gonna. I mean, this is what I was talking about. It's making market structure. So hopefully it consolidates here. Where's my little drawing tool? I need to put it on my special toolbar.
It's a very special toolbar.
It's the coolest toolbar.
The greatest toolbar. Okay, back to the BNB chart. I keep getting distracted here. BNB on the 1 hour. This looks like a little bit of a bull flag here. Consolidation. You're seeing these large wicks to the downside. And we're getting price pushed right back up. But we cannot break above this VWAP upper band. 860.90 for BNB. And you take a look at the local high here on the 1 hour. I mean, guys, that's 862. There's not enough wiggle room here for me to put in a trade and make money. Not taking out this high was important at 869. And so at least on the 1 hour for me on BNB is a wait and see. Let's go down to the 30-minute time frame on BNB. Just a lot of chop, man. But buyers are stepping in. And by buyers, maybe it's CZ. Maybe it's the Binance employees. I don't know. Buyers are stepping in, and they're respecting these bands and these levels. You can see here a bounce off of 857.15, which is your VWAP mid band. That's on the 30-minute. Nothing I see on the 30-minute. Let's check the 15-minute.
It's pretty. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of volatility in this.
In BNB?
Like, I mean, just from what I'm seeing, these are some big candles. These are some big candles, candle closures, candle wicks, all this stuff. Like, it just, I don't know.
The wicks are definitely large.
Yeah.
But the wicks are getting scooped up.
Like, this trend line right here, I mean, if this breaks below here and gets a change of character right here, I wouldn't be opposed to shorting it for a little scalp.
So you're kind of short biased on BNB?
Yeah. I mean, based off of the market structure that I'm seeing, if I zoom out a little bit, it looks like it's going to a little area of resistance where it's going to reject. And actually, as I'm speaking right now, we got a big daddy candle to the bottom side or to the downside. So I don't know if I was going to make a trade here, I'd be looking to short this, trend line right here and hopefully see a change of character and fair value gap, obviously. But yeah, that's what I would be doing.
Beautiful. I'm just taking a look at 925.
Let's see.
Right there.
Let's go back to Bitcoin. I mean,
Okay.
it doesn't look bad.
Yeah, for me, BNB is a wait and see. Ooh, we did just get this is interesting. 5 minute looks like it's dumping below 860. We did get that reversal signal here at the right where that VWAP upper band is. This is what you want to see, guys. If you're following indicators like Market Cipher, are these signals happening at the top end or at important resistance or support levels? In this case, it did. And well, you're seeing a dump currently at a 0.1% dump in BNB. And oh wow, look at that. 859.02. We're damn.
Like I said,
Increased volume, yeah. I mean, you were spot on. It's short. Okay, Brendan.
I mean,
3 minute, 2 minute, red X on the 2 minute. Something to keep an eye out on. So if here, let's see if this trade is worth taking. 0.25%.
yeah,
Not enough
not.
wiggle room for me personally.
yeah, me neither.
And Bitcoin is kind of playing a little ping pong here. 88.1. It keeps getting large. And here's what I look at as well, guys, on the lower time frames. When you see these moves on like the 2 or the 3 or the 5 minute, when you see the pushes to the upside, do you see the candle move quickly like you see now to the upside or to the downside? And that kind of also tells you where the momentum is, right? Is it momentum to the upside or is it momentum to the downside? You see that thing flip from red to green almost instantaneously. And so just some tips and tricks that I like to use to get into high conviction trades. And the most important thing I can tell you guys is your volume. Your volume will tell you, right? When you look at the 2 minute time frame, just based off of these volume spikes, it's easy to see. Like, guys, the bears are in control here, right? Big volume spike, took out all the volume nodes here. Big volume spike, and it's more than what we see on the bull side. And so yeah, this trade looks good. I'm so confident in it.
I also like to look at RSI. Sometimes RSI does me. I mean, I don't have it down here right now, but sometimes RSI helps me a lot. I like to use a lot of people like to use the bottom and say, oh, it's oversold, or the top, it's overbought. But I like to use the midpoint of the RSI. I think it gets used as support and resistance more often than for better confluence trades, more often than using the top or the bottom as oversold and overbought, because a lot of the times that oversold gets invalidated and then pushes right back down, but it got invalidated, so it's not oversold anymore, and then you're just like, oh, it's oversold, so I'm going to buy it, and then it just doesn't do that. So I like to use the midpoint to use it as support and resistance for different trades. Yeah.
I do want to also take a look at a Cardano chart. I do have Cardano in the thumbnail, 35 cents for ADA. Let's go work our way from the daily time frame here. ADA is just taking an absolute beating, man.
Yeah. This is the one that if you have beef with somebody, you tell them to invest in this right here.
So you're dunking on Cardano too now, huh?
Yes. I've been dunking on it. I told you I'd rather invest in 6-7 coin.
6-7.
Yeah.
I don't I'm not nearly as bearish on ADA as you or Robin are. I mean, you look at this daily chart. Can you look and see a glimmer of hope here? Maybe this is a inverse head and shoulders pattern, as long as we don't break below this low here of around 34.32 cents on Cardano. Some people, they're just believers, man. If you're a believer in Cardano, I mean, how much cheaper can this really get? 25 cents?
It's like being a believer in Shadur Sanders.
Is that supposed to be a diss?
Yeah, I don't think he's good. But like everybody else is like, oh.
Don't worry, guys. You'll always have me. I'll champion. Well, I won't. I don't know if I'll champion, but I definitely won't dunk on Cardano as much as my two co-hosts here do.
Bitcoin's like Bo Nix, and Cardano is like the Shadur Sanders of the league.
Okay, is that supposed to be bad? Or?
If anybody watches football, you'll know what I'm saying. But yes, if you are asking me, invest in a brand new coin that you've never heard of in your life before you invest in Cardano. Not financial advice, though.
Okay, I'm actually going to move my stop loss here, which would give me a guaranteed profit. That's 88,175.
I'm about to get the market structure that I need to move my stop loss right now, actually.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I changed my mind. Okay, yeah, we'll keep it there. We'll keep it as is.
Yeah, right now I'm just waiting for another move to the downside. Once I get it, I'll move my stop loss into the green. So...
yeah, you've seen, and what could very well happen, guys, we see a little bit of a relief rally here on Bitcoin as we're seeing now. And we should get rejected at this moving average, which is currently at 88,193, which you saw the last time Bitcoin tried to rally. It got rejected there and it dumped. So could we see something similar? And, you know, we're starting to see invalidation here on the potential inverse head and shoulders. And also some people were looking at this as a potential bull flag pattern. That looks like it's became invalidated. Let's actually draw our fib here. Yes, that got invalidated at 88,165. That was your 50% level. And so anytime we breach that level to the downside on multiple closures on candles, that is typically a invalidation signal for said pattern.
Yeah. And like I said about that fair value gap I was seeing on the 1 minute, it's getting respected right now. It tapped that middle and then wicked up, and it stayed below that middle point of the fair value gap and made a big candle closure down, and it's making that market structure, that Mozart drawing that I drew right here. So hopefully it'll keep pushing down.
Start calling you Ludwig.
Ludwig?
Yeah. So you're still in your trade. I'm still in my trade.
Yeah.
Okay. So going back to Cardano, that's a daily, guys. The 4 hour. Let me see if I see if we can catch anything on the 4 hour. Let me kind of clean up this chart here just a little bit. We'll get rid of those. We'll keep our horizontals. Let's see if we can find any bullish divergence here on ADA. We do have bullish divergence. Well.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we do. We do have.
If you're going to scalp the 1 minute, you can make a little bit of money probably. Don't hold it, though.
So this is 4 hour bullish divergence on ADA.
Yeah.
And it's not a small bullish divergence either. This actually looks kind of good. Is ADA ripe for a long right now? Let's see.
Pushing to ADA's almost all-time low.
Let's extend this thing out.
Never mind, we are there.
Extend right. And let's mark out what this level would be. 33.94. Guys, I'd be very interested in getting in at 33.94. If price does come down, that would mean we would put in 3 consecutive lower lows. If we draw this the other way, right, just a simple trend line here, and let's go actually down to maybe the 1 hour.
We're reaching October 10th level on ADA though, right now.
Yeah, it's not sexy, bro, but it's a project that's not. I mean, it was kind of not good to see it lose this VWAP line on the 15-minute. As you can see, we got bounces, bounce, wick bounce, and then we closed below, came right back and got rejected on an attempted retest. So for me, if you're looking to swing trade ADA, I'd be looking to see if we can get back above 35.15. A couple of 15-minute candle closures above 35.15, and I'm probably would be looking to long Cardano up to around, let's see if there's enough money to be made there, guys. There is enough money to be made there. There's around a 1%, almost a 0.75% move to the upside.
I'm looking to try and see if like my strategy would be able to long on ADA, and I'm just not like seeing any. I mean, you could say this right here, trend line, yeah, from there to there, and if it chases this, it'll make a change of character and then a fair value gap. I don't know. For me, I'm just not comfortable with longing that personal thing. But you are the
personal thing, huh?
The positive Peter.
Positive Peter.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So.
Don't ever call me that again. You're fired. That's all I got, man. You got anything else you want to share?
I do not. Let's just go back to this 1 minute and just check. Holy moly. Okay.
It's running, huh?
No, I just my thing is really tiny. It's not running. It's just it's rejecting that fair value gap still. But this is exactly what I drew out. Mozart drawing, Ludwig van Beethoven drawing.
No, it's Ludwig van Mises, bro. Come on, man.
Okay, sorry.
Get your Renaissance artists and check.
Is that Renaissance?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Idea. It just sounds cool.
Gina just I heard Gina back there saying that. Still talking.
My mom is FaceTiming me. Hi, Mom. Sorry, I can't answer. I love you. All right. That'll do it for the show today. Thank you all very much for tuning in. We'll be back here tomorrow. We do this Monday through Friday. Also, I got a buy-sell huddle coming out for BNB today. Make sure to watch the video. We love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.